grave. Let's cross now to France 24's Gulliver Cragg in Kyiv. Gulliver, what more can you tell us about these mass graves in Mariupol?
Well, sadly, these satellite images only really confirm what has been said before by the Mariupol city authorities and what has been said by people from Mariupol who managed to get out, who described the scenes of bodies piling up in the streets. Basically, we've already seen videos of mass graves actually quite early in the siege of Mariupol, people being put into mass graves there because it was simply impossible to take them to the cemeteries and bury them because of the intense shelling that was going on more or less continually. And so with a city as big as Mariupol, 500,000 residents being shelled and bombarded as intensely as it was, it seems pretty clear that there will have been thousands, if not tens of thousands, of deaths. It's a war crime in the sense that targeting civilian areas is a war crime, though of course if you can justify that there was a military target there, then it becomes more debatable. There was a battle raging for Mariupol, of which Ukraine has still not given up, officially said that it's lost to the Russian forces. But the accusation of war crimes also has to be taken into you have to take into account the fact that the Russians, according to the Ukrainian authorities and to the evidence of the fact that so few buses have been able to leave, have been stopping people from leaving Mariupol in the direction of Ukraine. So many of these people who may have been killed by shelling may well have been people who would very much have liked to leave the city, but who couldn't because it was too dangerous. And there are also numerous cases of people having been killed as they were trying to leave Mariupol. So the accusations of war crimes against Russia are multifaceted, really, whether it's from shelling, whether it's not letting people leave, or whether it is shooting people, as there is already evidence for in the cases in the areas of Ukraine that were already liberated from Russian forces, Kyiv region and Chernihiv region in particular.
And Gulliver, a UN mission to the Kyiv regional town of Bucha has documented that 50 civilians were killed there as well, including by summary execution. What more is being done to investigate those killings of civilians, not only in Bucha but also in Irpin?
Yes, and numerous other localities in Kyiv region and Chernihiv region. That number of 50 seems rather a low figure for the UN to be confirming. The UN puts the number of civilian casualties overall in this conflict at more than 5,000. They are perhaps being quite conservative. They say that there are 50 deaths that they can confirm in Bucha alone, and that some of those seem to have been summary executions. Others may have been people who were killed in shelling. The Ukrainian authorities, who say that they've got 150 teams investigating the deaths in these areas, also said today that they found 2 new mass graves in Borodyanka, a town a bit further to the west from Bucha and Irpin, where they say that there are 80 bodies who've been found. The Ukrainian authorities are saying that more than half of the bodies that are being dug out, exhumed from these mass graves, appear to have gunshot wounds.
Gulliver Cragg reporting there from Kyiv. Thank you.